Have you noticed how hard it's becoming to wait? Waiting for a reply, waiting for results, waiting for anything that doesn't reward you immediately. It feels like our attention span is shrinking. We check our phones without thinking. We refresh apps automatically. We get restless in silence. And if you're new here, I'm Dr. Nazo. I break down how we think, decide, and grow so we can build better lives with clarity. Now, let's talk about what's really happening. Delayed gratification in a dopamine-driven world. Today we are not just impatient, we are overstimulated. Everything around us is fast. Fast entertainment, fast opinions, fast delivery, fast validation. You post something and within seconds, you know if people like it. You order something and it arrives tomorrow. You get bored and there's endless content waiting. Your brain is constantly being rewarded. And when your brain gets used to constant reward, slow progress starts to feel wrong. It feels unproductive. It feels ineffective. It even feels like a failure. And here's where this becomes real for me. There was a season where I realized I couldn't sit still without reaching for my phone. Not because something urgent happened, just habit. I would finish one task and immediately look for stimulation. Even 5 minutes of silence felt uncomfortable. And I remember thinking, when did silence start feeling like pressure? I wasn't tired. No, I wasn't overwhelmed. I was overstimulated. And overstimulation makes slow progress feel invincible. It makes patience feel pointless. It makes steady work feel unrewarding. And that realization changed how I approached everything. Because if I couldn't sit in quiet for 5 minutes, how was I going to sit through 5 months of slow growth? That's the real issue. Delayed gratification requires comfort with the quiet phase. And most of us have lost tolerance for the quiet phase. Let's make this practical. Think about the gym. 2 people start at the same time. Week 1, motivated. Week 2, consistent. Week 3, one of them keeps checking the mirror. Nothing dramatic yet. They feel discouraged. The other person just shows up. Not dramatic. No dramatic evaluation. No panic. Just repetition. 3 months later, one person has quit. The other has momentum. The difference wasn't talent. It was tolerance. One person needed visible progress to continue. The other trusted invisible progress, invisible phase. That's where growth actually happens. But it doesn't feel exciting. It feels boring. And boredom now feels uncomfortable. You ever start something new and feel excited for exactly 3 days? You tell people about it, you imagine the results, you picture the outcome. Then by day 10, it's quiet. No excitement, no visible change, and it suddenly feels heavier. That's the quiet phase. And most people mistake the quiet phase for failure. But it's actually the growth phase. The problem isn't that growth stopped. It's that stimulation stopped. Let's talk about money. Saving money is boring. You move money into savings and nothing dramatically happens. You don't feel richer. You don't look different. And nobody applauds. But spending gives you something immediately. You get the package. You get the experience. You get that feeling. You know? One gives you sensation. The other gives you security. Sensation is loud. Security is quiet. And loud always feels more rewarding in the moment. That's why delayed gratification feels harder today. Because everything around you competes for loudness. Now let's talk about attention. How often do you reach for your phone during small gaps in your day? Elevator rides, waiting in line, 5 seconds of silence, even during conversations. You're not checking because something urgent happened. You're checking because your brain wants stimulation. And here's the callback. Remember when I said silence started feeling like pressure? That's what this is. We've lost boredom tolerance, and boredom used to be where thinking happened. Reflection, creativity, planning. Now, boredom feels like something to escape. So, we escape it. But when you lose boredom tolerance, you lose depth. And when you lose depth, your decision becomes reactive instead of intentional. This doesn't just affect goals. It affects emotions. Someone says something that irritates you. Instant gratification says, respond immediately, correct them, win the moment. Delayed gratification says, pause, process, respond calmly later. One feels powerful instantly, and the other builds stability over time. But calm doesn't spike your brain. Drama does. So, people choose drama and then wonder why their lives feel unstable. Let's talk identity. When you constantly choose instant gratification, you build an identity around impulse. You become someone who reacts quickly, who escapes boredom, who needs constant input. But when you consistently delay gratification, you build a different identity. Steady, resilient, grounded. An identity shapes everything. Because once you see yourself as steady, you behave differently. You behave differently. You don't panic during slow seasons. You don't abandon the process just because it's quiet. Here's something very important. You are not broken. Your brain adapted to its environment. But adaptation without awareness becomes drift. And drift shrinks your future. Because anything that compounds requires delay. Strong bodies, financial stability, skill mastery, emotional maturity, confidence. All of it is repetition without applause. Repetition when nobody is watching. Repetition when it feels like nothing is happening. That's the phase most people quit in. Not because they can't succeed, no, but because they can't tolerate delay. So, how do you rebuild this? Not through extreme rules, not through deleting your entire life, but through recalibration. First, rebuild boredom tolerance. Take small moments and remove stimulations. Drive without audio sometimes. Stand in the line without scrolling. Sit quietly for a few minutes. It will be uncomfortable. That discomfort is recalibration. Second, create micro delays. When you want to check your phone, wait 1 minute. When you want to react emotionally, pause. When you want to quit because progress feels slow, give it one more session. You're training your nervous system. Third, make slow progress visible. Track your habits. Track your workout. Track savings. Your brain loves progress. Help it see progress in slow things. Fourth, reduce unnecessary spikes. Turn off that notification that doesn't matter. Just turn it off. Create friction between impulse and action. You're not eliminating pleasure. You're restoring balance. Let me leave you with this. In a world built around speed, the person who can move steadily wins quietly. In a world built around noise, the person who can focus calmly builds leverage. In a world built around instant reward, the person who can wait becomes structurally stronger. Not louder, stronger. And strength compounds. If this conversation made you reflect even slightly, hit the subscribe button. I break down how we think, decide, and grow so that we can build better lives with clarity. And tell me honestly, where does waiting feel hardest for you right now? That's your growth edge.